wants to know where cynicism is. Cynicism is that there's two press people in this gallery. We're talking about Eric Massa 24/7 on the TV. We're talking about War and Peace, $3 billion, 1,000 lives, and no press. No press.
Well, that was Rep. Patrick Kennedy freaking out on the fact that the compliant Obama press will not cover the war in Afghanistan. I agree with him. I know you say, well, how can you agree with him? Because I agree with him. He's right. He is right. He just freaked out. He said 24/7 coverage of the strange congressman from upstate New York who retracted everything he said and turned Glenn into a train wreck, Glenn train wreck. And there's no coverage of the war. Do you understand this? I mean, I know he's leaving. I know that Kennedy is leaving. His father died, may he rest in peace. And the young Kennedy doesn't want any more of this garbage. But it sounds to me like he really cares about the war and doesn't understand why the press won't cover it. But I know why they won't cover it. They will not cover it because it is Obama's war. He owns it. He owns the war in Afghanistan. And while the vermin in the media were quick to denounce Bush at every turn for the troops being in Iraq, rightly or wrongly so, they covered it left and right, up and down. They have withdrawn from covering the Afghan war because it's the Democrats' war. It's owned by, particularly by Obama and the militant wing of the Democrat Party that makes a fortune off military contracts. Do you understand that? That's why we played it. And I have to say I agree with them. Now, one of the most astonishingly ugly things came out on television on CNN's Larry King. We know Larry King has been in the radio television business since Moses walked the earth. We know that Larry King should have retired a long time ago. We know that Larry King is drooling on himself. We know that Larry King is an embarrassment. But when he says to Eric Massa in the following clip, you're not going to believe it, play it.
And we're back with former Congressman Eric Massa. Maybe silly, but I guess we have to ask it. Are you gay?
Well, here's that answer. I'm not going to answer that. In year 2010, why don't you ask my wife, ask my friends, ask the 10,000 sailors I served with in the Navy.
No,
I'm not going to answer that. That is so,
you don't have to. I said.
Well, but it's an insulting.
Shut up, Larry. Hey, Larry, shut your Brooklyn trap, you corned beef mouth, you. You corned beef mouth, you. You're gay bashing. You're gay baiting. You're a disgusting rat from the streets of Brooklyn, Larry. Shut your mouth and leave radio, Larry. Leave television, Larry. It's already time for the white hat in Miami, Larry, with the pants rolled up on the boardwalk, Larry, showing the varicose veins, Larry. Stop it, Larry. You blew it. You just showed you're a homophobe, Larry. Unbelievable how he gets away with this. Why? Because CNN is part of the left-wing cabal, so he could say, are you gay to a congressman? That's gay bashing. It's gay baiting. But no, that's fine. And to show you how far the left has fallen, how hysterical they're getting, the failed network, Microsoft NBC, the Microsoft NBC network has a lunatic on who is comparing Liz Cheney to a Nazi and says to anyone who is a Tea Party member that they are Nazi and racist. Listen to 24 and 25. If you're in a Tea Party, I think you ought to send Microsoft and NBC what you feel about this lunatic. Listen.
Liz Cheney goes so far off the right-wing deep end that now even some right-wingers are saying she has gone too far. If only the Tea Party would do the same with its Nazis and racist members. The emergence of other Republican leaders to at least renounce Liz Cheney, which is more than you can say for the Tea Party when it comes to some of their Nazi and racist members, which they refuse to renounce.
I believe every member of the Tea Parties in America should sell their Microsoft stock, sell their General Electric stock, until you get a response from the gentlemen who run Microsoft and NBC. This is too much now. They're saying that every member of the Nazi Tea Party members are Nazis and racists? It's unbelievable. Larry King baits gays and he gets away with it. MSNBC calls Tea Party members Nazis and racists. They get away with it. And the Democrat Party continues to melt down in corruption on a daily basis. Well, the reason it's happening is because we have guys in the media who pretend to be conservatives who are nothing. Nothing. They're not even conservatives. Look, I watched O'Reilly last night. I was eating. I turned it on. I'll be honest with you. I turned it on. Normally, I like a show. The man got up there and explained away Obama again. Well, he's not really that bad. You know, him and that guy, Charles Sauerkraut, the nastiest human being I've ever seen in the media. A miserable miaskite on a face on him. Him and Charles Sauerkraut are up there. And what they're saying is, oh, no, this is just not really too far to the left. It's just sort of a European-style Democrat socialism where there's just simply higher taxes. You mean all of the czars around Obama? You mean Franklin Marshall Davis? You mean Obama's known associations with lifetime communists, socialists, Maoists are really not operational, Bill? That's why I called you the leprechaun. I thought I could let this go. Play that music right now again. This goes out to you, Bill O'Reilly. It is said that St. Patrick's drove the snakes out of Ireland. Well, let me tell you something. A lot of them wound up on our shores.